All right, Cassie's here to talk about the forecast. Let me guess, hot.
Yes, it's going to be that way, I think, probably for a while.
Yeah.
For the next couple of weeks, certainly going to be the case. But we also have some storm chances to talk about. And those storm chances could help to lower temperatures eventually.
That would be very nice.
Yes, and we've actually seen that today. We've had some storms pop up south of the Metroplex, and temperatures, at least for a little bit, had dropped into the 70s. Right now, it's still very warm, and we did make it to 99 degrees today. The normal high this time of year is 94. You can definitely see those clouds bubbling up there in the background. Live allergy count fungus is still in that moderate category, but everything else is still reading low. So right now, we're at 98 degrees. Dew points are in the mid 60s, and we do have a breeze coming in out of the southwest. We're at 100 degrees right now in Fort Worth, 96 in Decatur, 96 in Terrell, but we're at 73 degrees down in Brownwood, where we have had those rain and storms. Satellite radar showing a lot more storms off to the east today, but we've had a couple of those pop up across the Metroplex. One storm in between Frisco and McKinney. Now that one's fallen apart, but we have another storm around Plano. Doesn't look like there's going to be much lightning with that. And also a couple of showers around Fort Worth, but that's weakening pretty quickly. Another storm just east and west of Stephenville. A couple of lightning strikes with that, but it's not doing much. And that's how these storms are going to go throughout the rest of the evening. The coverage is going to stay low, not expecting severe weather, at least across the Metroplex and areas off to the west. But late this evening and overnight tonight, we're still going to have storm chances in far eastern parts of North Texas. Tomorrow morning, though, I think across DFW, we're going to start out mostly clear, lots of sunshine. That's going to continue through about midday. But late in the afternoon and early evening, we're going to do this all over again. We're going to have the clouds bubble up, but we're also going to have rain and storms start to pop up mainly north and east of the Metroplex around 3-4 o'clock, and then after about 5 or so, some of those try to make it into the Metroplex with the highest coverage just off to the east. Now, there is going to be a very low threat that some of these storms do become a little stronger, low end severe, but that's it. By tomorrow evening, about 7 o'clock, it looks like the storms are starting to die down across the Metroplex, and then after about 9 or 10, all of that rain actually goes away and we're going to be mostly clear again. So looking at that severe weather outlook on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest threat for any severe storms, we're going to be at a level 1 in the Metroplex and areas off to the east for those 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts and some isolated heavy downpours. Tonight, though, mostly clear, warm and muggy. We're dropping down into the upper 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, isolated showers and storms. Temperatures still make it into the upper 90s with a 20% coverage of the rain. Now, by the time we get into Wednesday, we get rid of the rain chances and we start to see a little bit more sun. So temperatures start to climb. We're looking at a high of 100 degrees, which we have not done yet so far this year. By Thursday, though, with a little bit more wind coming in out of the south, and that should help temperatures to climb even farther. So we're looking at a high of 101 on Thursday, back down to 100 on Friday. And then on Saturday, we have more clouds moving in with storm chances also moving back in. So we've got a 10% coverage for Saturday, Sunday, and even into next Monday. Looking at the second half of the 14-day, you can also see some rain chances. They're still in there, at least for the first couple of days. But the rain chances lingering around could help temperatures to drop down quite a bit more. Now, we still see the temperatures in the 90s, so it's still going to be plenty warm, but it doesn't look oppressively hot. We still see some mid and even some upper 90s, but we see a lot more mid 90s than upper 90s, at least looking at the second half of the 14-day, which is a great thing because typically this time of year we would have seen at least a couple of 100s by now. Typically we would see 100 degrees for the first time around July 1st, but that has not been the case just yet. We made it to 99. We've been getting really close. Heat indices over 100 degrees. But yeah, the rain chances tomorrow could help temperatures from getting too hot, at least too terribly hot. And if we do get a storm, that would help to lower those temperatures at least temporarily.